They said miracles only bring joy, until the day our miracle made everyone look twice. The narrator introduces a quiet suburban morning. A white couple, Emma and Daniel Harris, cradle their newborn son, Noah. He is pale, soft-skinned, and perfect in every way. No one could guess how much this little boy would change their lives, or challenge an entire town's idea of love. The Harises had waited 8 years to have a child. Their joy filled the small New England town. Neighbors brought casseroles. The pastor blessed the child. But within months, something extraordinary happened. Emma noticed faint golden tones in Noah's skin. At first just sunlight, then deeper, warmer. Doctors found no illness. The baby was healthy. It's just pigmentation developing, they said. Still, whispers began. He looks different. The voiceover slows, cinematic music rising, like true racism intros. People don't notice change until it makes them uncomfortable. As Noah grows, his skin turns richly brown. His hair curls tighter. At preschool, children ask, "Why don't you look like your mom?" Emma's heart breaks every time she hears it. Daniel faces side glances at the grocery store. They try to explain, love makes a family, not matching faces. But in a town where everyone looks alike, love begins to feel like rebellion. A narrator line mirrors true racism. S-tone. Racism doesn't always shout. Sometimes, it just whispers across the dinner table. When Noah turns 10, he joins the community baseball team. He's fast, too fast for the other kids. Parents cheer less when he scores. A referee once calls him the new kid from the other side of town. Emma corrects him gently. He lives right here. That night, Noah asks, "Mom, am I your real son?" Emma answers softly, "You're the truest thing that's ever happened to us." The camera pans to an old photo. Emma holding baby Noah in her arms. Same smile, same eyes. In science class, a DNA project asks every student to bring ancestry results. Noah's classmates giggle when his show African roots while his parents' chart is European. Emma realizes they must finally tell him the truth. He was born through a donor program that mixed cells from 2 embryos, a rare scientific procedure that accidentally combined genetic material from 2 families. But Emma insists, biology began you. Love raised you. Narrator reflection. Identity isn't who you come from. It's who you become when love refuses to let go. The family receives hateful mail. Someone paints "not yours" on their fence. Daniel wants to move. Noah overhears and says, "If we leave, they win." He paints over the words himself, writing instead, "Still ours." That clip becomes the episode's viral centerpiece. Symbolic, emotional, silent except for a soft piano track. One day, a local reporter films a short piece about Noah's courage. The story spreads. Boy defends family against hate. The same neighbors who once stared now leave flowers on the Harises' porch. Not all hearts change, but enough do to start a ripple. The town hosts a community event called One Table. Noah speaks on stage. Skin changes with the sun. Hearts change with love. He was born to teach them what color never could. And maybe that's why miracles sometimes look different than we expect. Some stories don't end when the world apologizes. They begin when the child decides who he really is. The town's One Table event fades into local headlines. Noah, now 15, sits on the same porch where the hateful words once were. They're gone, replaced by wildflowers and a new sign Daniel carved, "Home." But attention brings pressure. News trucks, interviews, and curious classmates. Everyone wants to call him the miracle boy. Noah just wants to be Noah. Emma answers dozens of emails from strangers thanking them. Daniel's small carpentry business gains customers who say, "We support you." But Noah notices something else. People look at him with pity instead of equality. At school, a teacher proudly tells a visitor, "That's the boy from the news." He feels his name shrinking under the label. Narrator line. When the world finally sees you, it still decides which parts it wants to look at. He starts keeping sketchbooks. Faces, colors, stories that mix skin tones into sunsets. Emma finds the drawings and whispers, "Your painting piece, Noah." A new student, Jamal, joins the school. Confident, openly proud of his heritage. He becomes Noah's first real friend who never asks questions like, "What are you?" Together they start an art project called Different Same. It becomes a mural on the school wall, half painted by students, half by parents. Each handprint, a promise. Not everyone approves. One parent complains, "Why keep reminding kids about color?" Daniel replies calmly, "Because pretending not to see it is how we forget to respect it." The confrontation echoes online. The clip spreads even wider than before. Narrator tone slows. Every time someone speaks with love in a place that used to whisper hate, a wall comes down. A letter arrives from a research institute, the one that handled Noah's unusual birth. They've traced the donor mix-up. One of the genetic contributors, an artist named Grace Linton, wants to meet him. Emma hesitates. Daniel agrees but insists they all go together. The meeting takes place in a small art studio by the sea. Grace is warm, open-hearted, with paint on her hands and hope in her eyes. She shows Noah a canvas, a child drawn years ago, skin dark, eyes bright blue. "I painted this before I knew you existed," she says. Noah feels the world click quietly into place. Not because he finds where he comes from, but because he realizes love can come from anywhere. Back home, Noah finishes his mural. The final image, two hands, one pale, one brown, holding a heart made of mixed colors. At the unveiling, the crowd is silent. Then applause ripples through. Some cry, others just stand still, thinking. A year later, the mural is chosen for a national campaign on inclusion. The same reporter who once filmed Noah returns for a follow-up story. He asks, "What changed the most?" Noah answers, "People stopped asking whose son I am. They started asking what we've built together." The narrator's voice softens, like the close of a true racism episode. The boy who once painted over hate now paints the walls of his community. The family who once hid behind curtains now leaves them open. And a town that once whispered has learned to speak the language of color, without fear. Emma keeps the first baby blanket in a frame. Daniel keeps a jar of the paint Noah used to cover the fence. On the jar's label, Noah wrote, "Proof that love can repaint anything. Maybe miracles don't change skin. Maybe they change sight, teaching us to see what was beautiful all along." Fade to black. On-screen text. End of story. For every child who's ever wondered if they belong, you do.